We are going to talk to coaches tonight. We're going to probably, since we've had such a long evening, we're probably going to talk to a lot of coaches tonight. And we begin with the best. He is the head coach for the Siegel Stars up there in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. None other than Greg Wyant joins us on the Oak Restaurant Hotline. Coach Greg Wyant, how are you doing tonight, sir?
Hey, Wave, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing okay. I'm in the warm. How about you? Was it cold out there? Was it perfect weather for football?
I think it's a perfect night for football. Great night. Just a little nip in the air. You reminds you the fall's here, and great football weather.
Tonight, Coach, you had a pretty good game against a young Stewart's Creek team. Everybody keeps talking about how talented they are. Time for you to chime in and talk about how talented and young Stewart's Creek is.
They're young. There's no doubt about that. They started a lot of freshmen, but this is probably going to end up paying off for them if they'll stay together. If they don't lose anybody. They've got some pretty good talent at their skill positions. They're pretty good. They got some big linemen that are playing that are freshmen up front. It's just hard to play in our district when you're that young and that inexperienced as a group.
Talk about who your stars were tonight for the Siegel Stars. As you got the big win, and I'm not looking at the right page. You got the big win over Stewart's Creek.
Well, we played a lot of young kids, which was one of our objectives tonight was to try to get some of our young kids in some vital time during not just mop-up time, but time that they could come in and play when the game was still important. Quarterback Jordan Middleton played well, threw a touchdown pass, threw about a 40-yard touchdown pass to Matthew Perhack on a post route, and Greedy House came out and had a good night running the football. Tay Sneed did a good job on defense for us tonight. So we had some guys step up. Mitchell Lyons played the defensive line for us tonight, and we had some guys come in and do what they were asked to do. We tell them when they go in, it's not charity. It's time to go in and do their job. So, I was pretty proud of how those guys responded tonight.
Coach, you celebrate tonight, but you got Riverdale coming up next week. A Riverdale team that has not been the Riverdale we're used to, but they're still dangerous, aren't they?
Yeah, if you go around and slop around with them now, they're good enough to beat you. Don't let nobody fool you. It's still Riverdale. There's still some tradition and pride over there. So they're good enough to beat you if you're not careful. If you go out and you make too many mistakes, that young quarterback's getting better and better over there, and they've got decent skill position kids and they're pretty good size up front. So they can be pretty dangerous.
You getting any inside information on that Riverdale team?
I don't really hear anything, man.
For those that don't know, Greg Wyant is married to the cheerleading sponsor at Riverdale. Of course, Greg.
Oh, don't call her a sponsor. She's
the coach. I'm sorry.
Careful.
There's two Coach Wyants in Rutherford County, is what I'm hearing. Is that the way it is?
That's exactly right, and she's the one that runs the house.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, Pito needs to get schooled up. Pito got married a 3 weeks ago, and so he really needs to get schooled up here. You need to. He was talking about how that tomorrow he's going to miss a Tennessee game to go to the craft fair in Bell Buckle. So give him, let him know that's there's a whole life of that, right?
I'm gonna be right down there with him. There ain't a whole lot I can tell him. I'm gonna be right there next to his side. So. And that's exactly what my plans are tomorrow afternoon when I get done.
Yeah, that's
with a little bit of football in the morning, My biggest thing is I'm so glad homecoming week's over. Me, I'm not a big homecoming week's it's just hard. There's so many distractions and everything, and our kids I think handle those distractions pretty well. It just and coming off of fall break. It was a pretty tough week for us, and I was pretty proud of the way our kids handled it. I couldn't be happier.
That's odd because most coaches love homecoming.
Do they? I'm sure they probably do.
No, you've listened.
Especially when their starting quarterback gets named King, and that's happened
that makes
years
it bad.
in a row, so he misses all of halftime. But it's okay. I kid about it and everything, but it's a special time for those kids, and it's something they'll remember the rest of their lives. And you know, and I tell our kids, but you know, during practice during the week, and we had 3 of them on our squad that were on homecoming court, and you know, it's important to them girls. You know, I mean, it's really, really important to them girls, and you know, I tell them to go out and enjoy and be a good, you know, be a good guy that goes out there and makes it special for that young lady that he's escorting across the field. So, you know, it's a special time for those kids, and I think they should go out and enjoy it, really.
All right, Greg. 24-hour rule. You got Riverdale next week, and who do you close out?
24 hours. I'm starting now.
Oh, okay. So you've got over the celebration. You're already working on Riverdale. Of course, you got to go to the whatever. You got to go to the craft show.
Craft fair for a little while.
Yeah. All right. Who do you close the week? Who do you close out the season with? Who's week 10?
We got Laverne. We got Laverne here for senior night.
All right. Okay. Well, Greg, we appreciate it as always. We will talk to you. We'll talk to you next week. And you gonna go to the game Thursday night?
No, it's on TV, ain't it?
Yeah.
Why would I go over there and sit in that crowd? I'm gonna watch it on TV where I can eat popcorn and go to the bathroom when I want to.
Okay. And there you have it, folks. There's the strategy right there. Greg Wyant, the head coach of Siegel Stars. Thanks for joining us, Coach. Coach Wyant, one of 2 Coach Wyants, as we said, in Rutherford County.